Welcome back to the channel. Is the 2026 Basecamp a worthy consideration with the changes that have been made to the Swift Basecamp range this year? The 3's gone, the 4's gone, and the 6 went a couple of years ago now. So yeah, is it worth considering? Join me as we take a look. So outside of the Swift Basecamp 2 is very familiar, still got the blue graphics on there. Got your exhaust there for your whale hot water and heating. Outdoor shower point, which is useful, really like that on our Caravan. That's your input for inlet for your water. That's your electric. And here is 17-inch alloy wheels, which are really nice. Half diamond cut. But those larger wheels, similar to the larger wheels now that are on the 2026 Elegance, got really smart. Nice looking Caravan. You've got the offside light just up there as well, which is going to be really useful for all your utilities down that side. Front locker. You've got your Alco AKS hitch. No ATC on this, but it is only a small Caravan. Large window at the front. Got external gas, and you've also got an external electric point just there. Thought I'd have a quick whip around this just to show you perhaps any changes for the 2026 season. So the Basecamp 2 is the only model now available. The Basecamp 3, the Basecamp 4 have been dropped for the 2026 season, and the Basecamp 6 was previously dropped prior to that. So this is the most popular, the core really, range of the Basecamp. So the Basecamp 2, it's a 2-berth Caravan, so you make up the bed at the front. It's got no fixed beds in the Basecamp range. There's no dinette in this particular model. You've got the kitchen to the side, gas hob, Thetford duplex oven. There's no separate grill on there. In the kitchen area, you've got some good storage just above, plates, mugs, etc. You've got a solar panel on here, 120 watts, and you've got your solar controller just in there. Really nice worktop, reasonable size. You've got your pull-out sockets on here, a little bit like perhaps your kitchen at home. Quite smart, very useful, I like that. Nice tap on there, stainless steel sink. You've got a Dometic fridge just below with a small freezer compartment above. Cutlery drawer in here, really smart, sort of integrated, really like that. Some storage to the side, is only small but still useful all the same. And you've also got some storage underneath the oven in the form of a drawer and a smaller one just above, so they're quite useful. You'd get your pans in the bottom drawer there. You've got a roof light just above the kitchen, so lets in a reasonable amount of light. Get some air in as well in the summer months. And then just to the opposite side there, adjacent to the kitchen, we've got the washroom. It's integrated, so shower, toilet. You've got a small cupboard above. If you want to have a more in-depth look at the Basecamp range, if you have a look at one of my previous videos, I compared the Basecamp 2, the 4 and the 6, and although those ranges or all those models in the range aren't available, it's still worth having a look at that just to see the Basecamp 2, as I do a relatively in-depth overview of that model. If we just spin round here to the main center section of the Caravan, you've got a mirror to the side, you've got your wardrobe, so it's for reasonable size for 2 people, long enough to hang sort of long jackets on there, and you've also got your table in there as well. That's okay. Sometimes you tend to find that it's difficult to get the table out if you've got clothing in there, so it's not ideal, but I suppose when space is a premium in a base camp, where else would you put it? Perhaps maybe that is the best spot. Really like just to the side of this lounge area, you've got this sort of cubby hole, you've got USB-A, USB-C 240 volt socket, great for sticking your gadgets and etc. Really like that idea. And then if we spin around to this side of the lounge, you've got your command system, and you've also got your whale hot water and heating, and that would be where your stereo goes, that would connect to the speakers at the front. 2 speakers here, they're only small, I can't imagine they're going to blow your socks off, but they're there all the same. I like the fact now that Swift have moved over to these blue coloured fronts on the overhead storage bags. So they were orange at one point. When the blue graphics changed on the external, they were still orange inside for some time, but they've caught up now and they're now blue, which I like. These are useful. I know perhaps some would prefer lockers, but I do like the fact that you can take these out, essentially like so, fill them up in the house, and then bring them back into the Caravan, pop them back in, and you've got everything in there ready to go. Or you could put those in your car if you didn't want too much weight in here. So lounge area, I'll put the bed sizes up on the screen, but you've got really generous size front bed. The only thing you need to perhaps consider is the width of this Caravan. So it might be an issue in relation to the width, but there's enough length in the Caravan, I feel, for that to be a reasonable size bed. So these sofas, these seats lift up just to give you more space at the front, and you've got tie down points if you're wanting to tie down bikes, for example, or water sports, anything that you wanted to put in here, you can tie them down, and you know they're not going to be moving around when you're towing. So this is essentially, this Caravan is designed for an active lifestyle first and foremost, so that's why they are there. You've got a lift up table at the front, so it's an occasional table, but it's just enough to get a drink on there, maybe a little bit of breakfast, purchase more laptop on the edge perhaps. And you've got this nice large window at the front, lets in lots of light. There's no sunroof above, but there isn't with this particular model. And you've got these 2 side windows with fly screens, and you've also got the blinds as well that pull up from the bottom. So nice and cozy if you wanted to use this in winter. You could use this all year round because of the insulation. It would be a Caravan you could use any time of the year. It's not got alder, but the blown air in this, with it being a small van, would be more than adequate. And there we go, quick look around the Swift Basecamp 2, the 2026 model. Let me know in the comments below, is £26,000 too much for a 2-berth Caravan? Swift have dropped the 3 now, the 4, they dropped the 6 a couple of seasons ago, so the 2 is the only option if you're looking for a base camp. But yeah, there we have it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.